Brother!
What?
Why must you be so harsh towards me? I've done nothing to wrong you, have I?
We're opposites. Obviously we aren't going to get along.
We can still get along, can we? What says we can't?
Nature.
I can control nature. See?
The nature of the Gaia.
Disregard her. We can do anything that we want.
Your naivety is truly terrifying.
Brother, it is only the two of us here. There's nothing to lose.
We have a responsibility. You create life, and I destroy it.
Seems simple enough, doesn't it?
It's not as simple as you think.
Brother, must you always be so stiff?
Must you always be so naive? I'm going to search.
For what?
Anyone else. We cannot be the only ones here.
On Gaia?
In the realm.
Including that dark cloud?
Yes.
Let me come with you.
It's too dangerous, Reinach. Search on Gaia for anyone else.
But Argus...
No. You're too important to be throwing yourself into something dangerous.
So now you're just admitting that whatever that thing is, it's dangerous?
You are the god of life. You can bring anything and everything you wish into this existence. If you fall, the entirety of Gaia will fall with you. You will not be able to balance me out.
Argus, your hands, they burn.
Sorry. I am death. It is my purpose to kill, not create. Nothing bad will happen to me.
If you're so sure about it, I guess I can't really stop you.
Stop it. It burns.
It burns me too.
Okay. That's enough.
Please, be careful, brother.
I know. If you find anyone, bring them back here.
Yes.
I'll be back. That fool. So, you found someone.
Yes, brother. Take a look at her.
The woman is nothing special. She dons eyes of gold and locks like blush. Speak.
Hi?
What is this, brother?
She's one of us.
She can't be. She shows no power.
She does not show, but she emerged from the water. I saw it myself.
Very well. Speak your name.
My name?
Do you not have one? Brother, we do not have time for this.
Argus, just be patient.
Bah?
Brother, knock it off. Now, does your name start with, buh?
Bee-tree? Bee-tree.
All right. Bee-tree. What do you do?
This.
Okay. So what does that do?
I don't know.
Reinach.
Brother?
Find this goddess's purpose. I need to keep searching.
Have you found anything in that black void?
Nothing yet. It seems barren, yet something has to be in there.
Brother, why keep searching if you come up with nothing?
If that land is truly barren, we can make it our home. Nothing would dare bother us in there.
Argus, that dark cloud is absolutely terrifying. There's no way I could live there.
Perhaps. But you'll be safe. No harm would come to you.
Maybe, Argus. Maybe you can reside there.
Reside?
Yes, if it doesn't bother you. Besides, Gaia seems to react oddly when you're on the surface.
Right. Foolish. I don't belong. If that's the case, allow me to take the goddess with me. She'll be safe.
No!
No?
No! I mean, Argus, it would be dangerous for her to be alone in that void.
She won't be alone. I'll be in there with her, exploring.
I get that. However, we don't know how the void reacts with, well, us.
I see.
She'll be safe with me, Argus. I promise.
Are you sure, Reinek? She can barely speak, let alone fend for herself.
I'll protect her.
Then who is going to protect you? You've already found another one like us. What makes you think the next one isn't going to be hostile?
Despite all that will happen, dear brother, I am life, and you are death. Nothing can happen as long as I am present.
Words spoken like a true fool.
Brother,
don't get yourself killed. Meet back here if you find or see anything else. I'm going back to the void.
Wait, isn't that...
I have huts now.
Argus, the ground!
Since when did we start to care about the dirt? All right, that's enough of that. He smiles like an idiot. I see that you've started to build your residence.
Yes, it's been going wonderfully, but Beatrice and I have been concerned with other things.
Other things, you say?
Argus.
Look at this.
What is that?
It's an unfinished god.
Unfinished? He's dead?
Well, he's certainly not alive.
I believe I could help.
She's always looking at me. I don't like it. What is it that you do, Beatrice?
Allow me to show you. Look at me. Argus.
No!
Look at me.
Enough! They're looking at me. Reinek didn't used to do that.
Well, that's her power.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it affects all that lives.
Including me. Interesting. Then tell me, goddess, how can you help this god?
We were just about to get to that, Argus. Beatrice and I were thinking, maybe you can help us.
How can I help an unliving god? He's already dead.
I know. It's that...
That?
He doesn't have sight.
What? You're right.
I was thinking you could help us with that.
How?
I know I can create life, but I can also take it. Perhaps you can create life as well.
Why would you need me for that?
Well, it's going to take a lot for me to bring him back, and there'll be big help you could try at least.
He's going to do something stupid again. I can feel it. putting himself in danger for his own morbid curiosity.
Come on.
All right, I'll help. Just call me back from the void once you do decide to resurrect him. I'd rather not get hit.
How is the void going?
There isn't a single sign of organic life, but I see these shadowy creatures around the mountains. They started to appear once I began to build my castle.
Argus, that sounds terrifying.
How so?
What do you mean, how so? You don't know what those things are.
What are they gonna do? Kill me?
I
thought so. There's nothing for me to be afraid of.
Just be careful, brother.
I shall. They're quite curious.
Do you really think you can help him?
There. Everything is all right. How am I supposed to help that poor god? I need to come up with something soon. Reinek is going to call for me today. It's okay. I'm okay. Really. You really are quite interesting. I'm going to get myself hurt if I go there. The organic life is too much for me to handle as is. Either everything will be destroyed, or immense pain would befall me. I truly don't know what you are, but I find you oh so intriguing. It seems that you wish to help, do you not? Very well. If you are truly something of my kind, thank God, as unmoving as he was, there was one thing that he was missing. It would be a miserable existence if he could not see, yet try to use his power. That would cause far more problems than necessary. Well, I'll be damned. Eyes. I really did it! I've tapped into the void. This means this is my realm. No other knows this land as I do. No other has created from the shadows as I have. Finally, I have something. Anything that gives me more worth than death. I wonder, what else can I create? Those entities on Gaia. The ones that Reinek found. Am I capable of creating life? Such as that? If only. I've used up too much of my power for the time being. Whatever seems to be coming for me can wait. For now.
Argus, you've come.
They've advanced a lot quicker than I've expected. Their once little hut has now turned into a palace of some sort. But this is nothing compared to what I have created. Perhaps something is occupying them.
Dear brother, it's been so long. What's been holding you up?
I'm learning how to harness my realm.
Oh?
You must be quite powerful to do something like that.
The ritual won't be until tonight, brother.
Yes, I am aware. I have something that requires my attention in the void. I will not be able to stay long.
Then why are you even here?
Reinek!
You barely come as is. It's like you're here to mock me.
Argus has an entire realm he must handle by himself. No wonder why he's been so busy.
Ah, yes. So let's come the day that my brother decides to revive another god and not even help him.
That's not true.
I do have something.
See?
All right, then. How are you going to help?
Ew.
What is that?
I've done what you asked. I've given him sight.
Argus, eyes don't look like that.
Sure they do.
Why are the whites of his eyes black?
Why are the rings red?
This will really scare the humans. Argus, couldn't you try to make him a little more normal?
For fuck's sake, what about us is normal?
But the humans,
Why do you care so much about them?
it's our responsibility to care for them.
That is a responsibility that you took on.
Still, if we don't intervene, they'll cause more harm than good.
I'll have to agree with him, Argus. They are quite unruly creatures. If we leave them to live on their own, they might as well destroy Gaia itself.
If we roll over these creatures, the look of his eyes will not matter. If they provoke fear, consider that to be a good thing.
Keeping them in line. Good thinking, Argus.
Then if that's the case, brother, I have a job for you.
No,
But you didn't even let me speak.
I know what you're thinking. This realm is exhausting as is. I want nothing to do with it.
Yes. However, I have something that you may be interested in.
I'm listening.
The dark energy emitting from those reeks of death.
Well, yeah, you're looking at him.
Not you. The passing of life. See, creatures here do live for quite a while. However, there are too many of them for their own good, especially humans. If you can allow the death cycle to run a bit faster, not only will the humans fear you and deter from you, but your payment will be the soul energy, which you seem very interested in.
What's your plan, Reineck?
No plan. I just want to help out my dear brother.
Argus, this is a very heavy task to take on. Please, think about it before you make a decision.
So, what will it be, Argus?
Be careful what you wish for.
Argus, I have been calling on you for ages.
I'm busy.
Do you not enjoy my company?
What does that have to do with anything?
You avoid us.
I came now, didn't I? Where is Beatrice?
I am not her keeper.
She left you.
She did not! She is on the mortal plane. For a time.
What business does she have there?
It is no matter of mine. She may do whatever she pleases. Come. There is something you must see. There.
Well, I'll be damned. You actually pulled it off.
I have been trying to reach you.
You know where I am, Reineck. It's not my fault you're afraid to visit.
Despite that, he is alive. But there is something wrong with him.
Hey. He blinked.
Brother, do not hurt him. He does not speak.
What is your name?
Demetrius.
How?
What is he looking at?
The humans. He's obsessed with them. All day, he sits by the portal and watches.
Demetrius.
It's almost as if he lacks personality, or any kind of stance.
He lacks a soul. Morals.
Then what are we supposed to do?
We.
Argus, you cannot simply leave me here with him. I don't know what he'll do.
You are the one who decided to revive him. It isn't my responsibility.
He's better suited for you. Perhaps he should stay in your realm.
Because my realm is better suited for those without morals.
No, I never said that. He's only spoken to you. Obviously, he responds to you in a different way than I.
He responds to pain. If you need to get him to speak, try that.
That is cruel.
Then let him be silent. What harm is he causing?
I wanted to help him.
Death doesn't equate to suffering, Reinach. You of all people should know that. Each day, every hour, every second, I'm enthralled. As I sit on my throne, I recall each and every creation that I've made. Dio, Enola, and Ophelia. From the realm's darkness, they have risen, and I have shaped them with my own 2 hands. However, that isn't my point of interest. That figure, that man, he looks like a formidable foe. I've heard about the humans, the ones Reinach cares so deeply about. I don't know how they have entered the realm, but simply, I don't care. However, he has something that I want. Those shadowy figures that run with that armored foe. I want them for myself.
Father,
Speak, Ophelia.
that human, he isn't going to hurt us, is he?
I would never allow that here.
Enola is scared, Father.
Then simply do not be, child.
Are you afraid, Father?
I am not afraid.
Then why must you watch from a distance?
A good idea, my child. I shall see to it myself. Good. They should fear me. There he stood, donned in his copper-colored armor, wearing a stupid helmet that made him look like a horse. There you are. I think you know why I'm here. This realm is not meant for anyone of flesh and bone. You, humans, should know your place. Turn your tail and head home. This place isn't meant for you.
Then where do I belong?
That voice, it doesn't match. That's simply... How fast. Really fast.
I have no place.
Dark long hair cascaded off their shoulders. Nails dark and long, sharper than daggers. Teeth. Teeth meant to do harm. However, that face... This was no human. This was no man. This was a goddess. Listen, goddess. I do not want to hurt you. I'm not like you and the other gods. I do not wish to hurt you with my touch. Goddess. She must be in pain. No. Who am I kidding? It's going to kill her. She doesn't look like she's in pain. She's not dead either. Then maybe, just maybe.
Father,
My child, what are you doing down here?
I didn't want you to be alone, Father.
Wait,
The goddess stopped, looking at little Ophelia beside me.
you did that?
Yes, I did.
Like me?
Father, run!
This realm is not unlike others. It may not be living, but it is certainly alive. And those who fear its potential are cowards. They only care for its appearances. If it responds to me so naturally, surely this must be where I belong. And that goddess, she can channel the void just as easily. My touch does not harm her. She's like me.
You.
She stood before me, sword drawn and eyes of blazing red. She went without her stupid helmet, her hair dark and unkempt. Her skin was pale, and her stare was cold and hard. I do not wish to fight.
Then speak.
Of what?
That palace beyond the mountains. That is your residence?
Yes,
Alone?
with my children. She's disappointed.
They're not the same. It is just you and I here.
There are others. They do not reside in this realm, but they are like us.
Why?
What?
Why are they not here?
They fear the void.
The void. That is what you call it.
What do you call it?
I don't. They are cowards.
They are.
What are you called?
Argus.
Argus.
And you? Her eyes flickered to my fingertips. Charred black. Decayed.
Inyo.
You must do something.
I do many things. I am a warrior.
As am I. But there must be something unique to you.
Is that the rule?
It's applied to the others and I.
Then what is it that you do?
I am the bringer of death. What's so funny?
That is not unique. Anyone can kill.
That is not what I mean. I am death.
And I am a warrior.
I'm sure you will discover it in time.
How did you?
I never had to. I've always known I cannot exist with life. It's repulsed with me.
And what is so appealing about life anyway?
You've never been to the realm of the living. You don't know it. But you'd likely prefer it to the void.
You cannot make those assumptions about me.
You're very argumentative.
If you are so insistent on my preferences, then I shall see for myself.
You wish to leave the void.
I believe it's time I see.
The crimson in her eye glinted at me as she held a self-righteous stare. It's been her and I for many days. Here. Alone. Yet she's unaware of what lies beyond this realm. And when she knows, she will leave. Part of me doesn't want to see her go. But it's not my decision to make. And I will go with you.
It is bright
You'll get used to it.
and colorful. I have never seen something like this.
That is life.
It's beautiful.
As I told you.
Argus, I wasn't aware you were Oh.
Brother, is that you?
Brother?
You take him everywhere.
He makes trouble when he's alone.
Is he an animal?
Argus, never mind that. Who is she?
She is one of us. I found her.
One of us? She came from the forest.
No, she emerged from the void.
Oh.
Can she speak?
I'm perfectly coherent.
Argus, a word. Brother, can you be so sure she is one of us?
She exhibits power.
But she is not of this realm. She is a void creature.
What?
She cannot be a goddess of the void.
You dare say that to me?
Brother, the void may be your realm, but you are a creature of Gaia. She is not the same of you. Perhaps those shadows you mention, perhaps they are taking your form.
She is not a shadow.
I don't want to upset you, but you may not be seeing things clearly.
You've never even seen the void, yet you act as if you're an expert.
You've no right to say those things to me.
Demon! Demon! You'll never be welcome.
Get your pet under control.
Do not hurt him!
Demetrius, what's gotten into you?
Pawns! You're all pawns!
He does not know what he is saying. He lacks thinking.
Someone ought to knock some sense into him.
You're a fake! A fake! At the bottom of the pyramid, first to be stepped on.
All right, it's time to go.
You can try all you want. You'll never be him.
Enough!
You cannot kill him.
Move!
Argus, you cannot let her... You're strong.
She's violent. Typical.
Oh dear. It seems I've been incapacitated.
What does she...
I must have done something to provoke you. My apologies. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I wouldn't want to offend anyone.
What? He lacked judgment.
You actually knocked some sense into him.
Oh.
Huh.
Was I not supposed to do that?
I'm surprised you're here.
Why would I leave?
Because you like it there.
I enjoy a lot of things. There is no reason to pick one over the other.
You're meant to be there.
You're so presumptuous. If I was meant to be there, wouldn't I have been there from the start?
That doesn't matter. It welcomes you, and you like it. You're helping them build society.
The others do not believe that war helps.
They're ignorant.
It is very easy to be when you're dealt a good hand. Love, life, humanity. Why would they ever care for war?
Because you cannot appreciate love without war.
Or life without death. If I was meant to live on Gaia, why would I be able to touch you?
Fate works mysteriously.
I think there is something wrong with me.
What?
I think of foolish things. I always have half-witted questions.
You've never said a single foolish word.
May I say one now? Without consequence.
Of course. Why are you turning?
Please allow me. It's less embarrassing.
All right.
If love and war are opposite of each other, could war love?
Well, if you're speaking of what I'm assuming, I certainly think Beatrice's capable of warring. If love is capable of war, could war not be capable of love? I would think they'd go hand in hand.
If war loved death, is it merely a self-fulfilling prophecy?
If war loved death, what does it amount to? Violence. Loss. Pain. And if death loved war, it would mean it craves chaos. Or perhaps the order that comes after. What if it was? Would that matter?
Would it be of her own volition?
Is anybody forcing her hand? Does she not like loving death?
I don't want to cause you problems.
Because when death loves war, it's his decision. And he doesn't care for the opinions of others.
Do you mean that?
If this is what love feels like, I understand the worship she gets.
It's strange, watching them go by.
I find it peaceful.
Do you now?
Most of them are decent people. They're only waiting for the right moment to reincarnate.
What a privilege it must be to be human.
What makes you say that?
Their lives are so short. They move quickly, get on with things.
That isn't a privilege to them. The ones I've spoken to always ask for the same thing. More time.
Time is cruel.
You'd rather live like a human.
Living forever is not something I take for granted. But watching societies collapse has always been painful. Every one of them leads an individual life, yet I always seem to be the downfall.
If they didn't wage war, it would be something worse.
Like what? See, you're unable to think of anything.
That isn't true. You know well enough that conflict cannot always be resolved with words. Humans are far too stubborn to see the other side of their problems. War is the means to an end.
You're just trying to make me feel better.
Is it working?
No. Your hair has gotten so long.
I have all the time in the world, yet I still can't schedule a haircut.
Do you know the best part about being immortal?
Tell me.
We'll never part.
Brother,
What are you doing here?
what are you doing?
It's really none of your concern.
Well, Argus, it's been quite a long time since you visited. We were getting worried. And you always went on about me being a coward for never stepping foot here. So
I see.
You can't possibly be serious. You're in love with her?
I am. Do you take issue with that?
The problem's been confirmed then.
Problem?
The humans have been rowdy for far much longer than we're used to. The war they're fighting is brutal. It's gone on for nearly 20 years now.
I didn't want to believe it true.
This has nothing to do with us.
Logistically, it does. Humans respond to our state, and they wouldn't have even fathomed to think of fighting each other before she arrived.
I am not responsible for their actions.
Whether you like it or not, you play a part. If death and war are together, they'll never stop killing each other.
Argus, you're saying you didn't notice the deaths at all? Never has there been a battle so brutal.
They fight all the time.
They're denying our existence. Some of them are even wielding magic. This is serious.
I don't care for worship.
They are going to wipe themselves out.
And that's their problem.
Argus. I don't want that.
What do you suppose the solution is, then?
Well, if that really is the cause, then separating you two would stop the fighting. Perhaps Inyo could reside on Gaia with us.
Are you serious? You made it clear as day that neither of us are welcome in that realm.
Brother, I love you. I've wished nothing more than for you to come.
You can't stand me. You can't stand that I do nothing but kill your precious little creations.
You're being outrageous. I am no fool. I understand very well the cycles of life and death. But war, that is unnatural. And a war of this extent is catastrophic. I will not have you weaponize my concern.
If Argus is so insulted by your idea, then he can stay with us. Leave Enyo here.
No!
Why are you saying no, then?
You must keep watch of the souls. This is your land.
I'm not going anywhere.
How can you be sure you love her?
Stop referring to me as if I'm not here.
There are so many others, Argus. She is but one woman. You could have anyone you like.
I'm not so shallow as to think she's replaceable.
Brother, I'm not telling you to never see her, but spending this much time together is obviously dangerous.
So we're supposed to be regulated. For what reason? If it does not work, you'll simply attribute it to needing more time. And if it does work, every moment I spend with her will be watched meticulously and used as blame for random human occurrences.
This is not going to end well for you.
What are you going to do then?
'Tis not I, them.
Please, don't turn this into something more, Argus.
Something more.
We just want the best for the humans.
I cannot stress how much I do not give a shit about them.
You are all hypocrites. You praise love and unity for all, do you not?
You know that's not the same. We don't get to live in ignorance like they do. We all make sacrifices.
And what is it that you sacrifice? You live blissfully in your palace. Anything you like at but a moment's notice.
You are changing the subject.
I don't want to force you.
Good, because you cannot. They may worship you for all that you are, but you are no ruler of mine. We're equals. If you're going to have a fit, leave.
Would you like to get hit upside the head once more?
That only works once. You've already given me the judgment I need. There's nothing left to give.
I don't know. I can always try again.
Brother, I'm sorry.
As you should be. Now go.
I'm sorry.
What?
Argus!
Oh, no, you don't. Demetrius, hurry up!
You're a coward.
Demetrius, I can't grab her.
Let him go!
Who said I was going to help you?
You can't be serious.
He's only wasting time.
Demetrius! We had a deal!
Let's see how easy it is to play king without an army.
No! Beatrice!
Just leave him. Focus on her.
How dare they? My own brother.
No!
Argus!
Inyo!
You do not get to be selfish.
Inyo! Our hands were light. She collided with me, and it burned brighter. So bright that it was blinding. And I was no longer myself. At the time, I did not know her name, nor what she looked like, or what she thought. But I felt what she felt. She did not have much to say. Rather, she looked at herself like something unworldly. And she was absolutely terrified when she hit the ground.
You... What? What is that?
It's a god.
It's a monstrosity!
She is Minervia.
What do you want?
We must leave.
No. It's gone too far. I won't allow this.
Run! Time works differently for us, so things may become disorienting from here on, as I do not know how long we ran for, only that it was endless and tiring. But I cherished the moments with her dearly. The others do not know the void like we do, and they wouldn't know where to look once we got away. We hid in the shadows, in rocks and caves, on cliffs and alcoves. I thought that eventually they would get over their fate, and we could go back to our sense of normalcy. Once the war ended. But it kept going. On and on. We were quiet, because it isn't true. It can't be true. I've never dedicated myself to the humans. I am my own entity. I watch the passing of life, and that is it. I saw the guilt on her, that itching feeling that it may be our fault, but she never said anything. In fact, she was angry at the world. And Minervia. They called her the goddess of many things. Neither of us cared for labels. She made appearances. She had adventures that I wouldn't be able to recall. But she was kind. She adored humans, a trait that could not have come from me. It was addicting to be a part of something like that, to feel loved and safe, without walls. If I had time, perhaps we wouldn't have separated so often. But the thought of not seeing Inyo was terrifying. For the first time in my life, I sat still. I indulged in the little moments not fit for a god like myself. I grew soft and sensitive, while I listened to her go on and on about things I would never think of. She always had such bright ideas.
Do you believe in eternal love?
I do. There was more to the conversation, but that was all that mattered. I'd love you in every lifetime if I was given the chance.
You better mean it.
She kissed me in the dry grass, and I would have kept running for as long as possible, had I known.
Argus,
Leave.
I don't want to fight.
Yet you continue to chase.
I don't want to anymore. Please, just let us go back to normal.
And why should we believe you?
I am exhausted. The war continues, and I do not care anymore.
That's unlike you.
You did this to me.
I won't apologize.
I know. There is a solution.
Pinyo!
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You feel it, don't you?
What?
The humans calling for you. That cursed magic they wield splits my head. They won't stop. They want you to put an end to the war yourself.
That is not my purpose.
When have they ever cared about that?
They're only going to get worse. Now that they've mastered the magical arts, it's much easier to get our attention.
That thing you two do. The person. They keep talking about her. They hate her.
That isn't true.
You wouldn't know. Argus, I cannot stop you from being with her. But becoming... that is an atrocity. If you continue to do it, everyone will suffer.
They are looking for you.
I do not give in to petty demands. I refuse to cast judgment in their war. That is their decision.
Don't you understand? If you put an end to the war, we can be done.
If it were so simple, why haven't you done it?
You don't think I've tried? It isn't my domain. The only one with any power over them when they're like this is... Inyo.
And what if they don't stop?
Then
you'll take her.
it's not as if I want to imprison her. She's free to do what she likes on Gaia, away from you.
That will not work.
Shut up!
You want me to be alone?
You are not alone. You love it here. You always have. You've made yourself a life.
You want to drag away the one I love?
You used to love me. I never wanted to cause problems. I just wanted to do well.
You're doing a hell of a job.
You'll never understand. They all look to me for the answers, as if I have a clue.
How are they doing this?
They've gotten smart.
I should smite them all.
I'll do it.
Argus. No. Perhaps they're right.
What?
No. I should end this. It's gone on far too long.
You're going to do what they want.
If I end this, you'll leave us be.
Yes.
And what of Minervia?
Rhinook, you can't just...
I won't make any promises about her. If she's making problems, I cannot let her continue to do so.
You define anything you don't like as a problem. Minervia's done nothing wrong.
Argus. I'm going to do it.
What if you...
No. I don't want to run anymore. It will be fine. They're just humans.
They're just humans. Fragile and weak. Easy to die.
I will keep up my end of the deal. You've best keep yours.
If you can end it.
It isn't a question. Fools. I'll be quick.
I never saw her again. Hey. Are you paying attention? You know what happened after. I've lived ages in solitude, among the shadows and shattered spirits. I've given myself to souls that I never cared for. And I only love one. I was furious in the aftermath, insistent on burning them all to the ground, taking her, freeing her from that blasted crystal, and never coming back. They refused me, inconsolable in my grief. If they could trap her, they could just as easily trap me, or anyone. They could harness the power of a god and use it for their selfish reasons. And they shattered her into 10 perfect pieces, splitting her across the world. I was kept trapped in the depths of the void by the others, unknowing of everything, staring at black walls, and waiting for news that never came. Rhinook waited for the rage to go, but it never did. They didn't speak to me, they didn't look at me, and they still think I'm down there, angry, hateful. In some ironic twist, you freed me with that summons. When I felt it, I was set on killing you. It didn't matter the reason. The mere idea that you felt entitled to my presence was enough. I was going to tear you limb from limb and trap your soul in the depths. I was going to run wild with a path of destruction behind me. I would get the stones and take her back. You got so lucky. But you live a sad little life that goes by excruciatingly slow. And you trapped me instead. One prison exchanged for another. I'll never forgive you for that. But it isn't as if you're apologizing. You weren't meant to see this. I'm sorry. I hope you forget. There's only so much I can control in this state. But if you don't, I hope you learn something. As you often refer to Minervia where you find it convenient. But she has never only been a figure for eternal love. She is love in dark places. Pieces of hope in a world where you are unwanted and despised. In which we hold on to something to keep us going when all else is against us. A person, a place, a thing. One day, your body will rot, and I will go home. I'll take those crystals, and I'll save her. One day. But for now, we're both stuck here. And I've done everything I can to save you. It's your turn. Take some initiative. Get up. 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 Get up.